1 of my 365-day workout challenge, and it is also day 11 of my Journey to Splits challenge with Cassey Ho. Today I am going to take it easy because last night I had dessert with something I'm allergic to in it, and that set me off on a bad course. We'll just say it wasn't a good course last night, and today I don't feel 100% stable, so I'm going to take it easy and do some self-led stretches after our Journey to Splits 6 stretches that we do. So we're going to do the 5 stretches that we normally do, and then we're going to add our 6th stretch, which is our day 11 stretch. So let's go ahead and get started. If you have your 60-second timer, you go ahead to your Google browser or whatever search engine browser, type in 60 seconds, and let's go. The first stretch is going to be hands behind the back and leaning forward. I remember you stretch. So yesterday I went and got a whole bunch of produce from the commune that I volunteer with, and I am set for eating healthy now. I'm gonna show you what I eat all day. That's my mission for today, is if you can do one thing, show what you're eating, and being accountable for what you consume is gonna make you more likely to eat healthier. So this morning I'm gonna start off with an apple avocado smoothie. I'll probably add some lime to it just for some tartness. I got a whole bunch of avocados yesterday. I've already eaten 2 of them, but I got several bags. Should be enough to last me for at least a few days, or maybe even a week if I stretch it out. Hopefully just a few days, because I should only be eating produce and not eating a bunch of cooked foods. There we go, that's timer. I think I have the sound turned off on my laptop. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. Okay, let's reset this and go to our next stretch, which is putting both your hands down near your feet. So if you've never joined a commune before, you probably can find one in your area. Now they're easier to find in densely populated areas because in those areas you just have a lot of variety in general. You can join a lot of different groups. And I've joined a lot of different food groups. So I started out trying to figure out how I could eat healthier. That's where the whole journey started. I was in college and I was eating junk all the time. I always ate junk my whole life. And in college I had this instant where I had to eat healthy foods. And when I did, I realized that I felt better and that I was healthier as a person. And I never truly made the connection that you are what you eat and eating healthy foods makes a difference. I just thought consuming food, you're alive, whatever. So that set me on a path of finding out more about food and more about how the body works. We'll do the next foot. So I started eating just regular foods, like fruits and vegetables and meats and stuff like that. I tried to eat less candy and less donuts and that kind of junk. But that's where I started out. And then I started seeing how can I get healthy food that's affordable. So I started on budgeting and going to different websites and figuring out how to eat healthy on a budget. It led me to eating less in general. It was eat less but healthier. And then I started finding sites that said start growing your food. So I got back into gardening, and gardening wasn't enough because I couldn't grow a lot of the foods I wanted to eat. So I found this CSA, which is Community Supported Agriculture, and that's a farm subscription. Timer! And it looks like my phone is gonna crap out. Let me see. Do I have a charger down here? No! Don't die, phone! Don't die! Oh well, we may just have to do this until it dies. So after I joined the Community Supported Agriculture group, I was getting so much produce. It was just foods I normally wouldn't eat. And So I looked up sites for how can I trade food. Because I would get like 9 onions and a whole bunch of cabbage, and I'm like, I don't want to eat 9 onions this week. So I searched out trading food. I was like, is there any like swap? And then I found the Atlanta food swap, and you can swap food. So I brought a lot of the produce that I would get from the CSA that I wasn't going to eat to the food swap, and I would trade it for like homemade goods and home cooked and homegrown, like eggs and stuff. And that was great, and it also was very affordable because I could pay my $20 a week or $25 a week, depending on what farm it was, and get a whole box of produce and then trade the excess for things I do want to eat or consume, like almond milk and that kind of stuff. And then I got into, like, is there any way I can get, like, free food? Because I want to eat large quantities of this stuff, and I'm just not finding as much as I want. And then I got into communes. And here I am today with communes, and I can get, like, tons of free food if I work with a commune for a few hours. And I can still do my food swaps and swap food that I'm not going to consume. And I can do my farm stops and get food that's regional and seasonal. And I can cook and grow and do all sorts of stuff that is healthy for me. I went on this huge health spree where I was really taking good care of myself. And then slowly, I don't remember what the tipping point was. I'll have to think about it. But I slowly got back into eating junk. And here I am, eating junk and trying to get back to eating healthy again. But at least now I have all this information about resources and methods to get back. So I'm in a lot better place than I was when I first started. 3, 2, 1. Beep, 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 beep. Ugh. Okay, now we'll do the 90-degree angle in the front. The one thing about live streaming versus using my cell phone's data is that when the battery is low, it still works. I'm at 12% battery, and normally my phone just shut off around 15. But because we're streaming, we get more time. Yay! I hope my battery lasts long enough for me to give you the splits. Or else we have to do a separate video. Boy, yesterday was pretty awful at night. When I had that yogurt, it was the dessert I had was yogurt. When I had that yogurt and it had mango in it, and I can't really have tropical fruits. Like there's some I can have, but there's also a list that I can't have. When I had that, I was eating the whole thing. It was like, I feel a little uncomfortable. I'm not sure why. And then I was like, I think I gotta go spit. And there was just like blood in my mouth. And it was like, what is going on? Did I bite into something? And then, like a few minutes later, my gums started really hurting. And then my teeth started hurting, and my face started hurting. And then I felt this swelling in my mouth. I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And I didn't think anything of it. At first I thought, man, I must have bit into something or scratched myself, like all over. And I got like on my mouth mirror and checked everywhere, and I was like, there's tiny cuts everywhere. And then I ran back and I was like, maybe it's the yogurt. And then I saw it had mango in it. It also had pineapple. Who puts pineapple and mango in yogurt? Why would you do that to me? It's fine if it's processed, like if it's been, I don't know, heavily processed, then I can consume it. But not if it's fresh. And that seemed like some fresh fruit in there. Well, it must have been because it set off a reaction. Woo. Okay, we're at 10% battery. We're doing good. Because we are at our second to last stretch, which is with the scarf. So reset that. Where's my scarf? least prepared workout. Well, I have my laundry over here. I'm gonna do it with a pair of pants. MacGyver style. You bet you didn't know my middle name was MacGyver. Just goes to show you, you can do this with anything. Oh boy. Oh, that is deep. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so today I'm going to do smoothies. I'm excited. I'm going to be accountable. I'm going to show you what I'm consuming. And then you'll know that I'm doing the right thing, and I'll know I'm doing the right thing. I'm just more likely to do the right thing if people are watching. Oh yeah, that's timer. Other side, reset, and begin. I wonder what day it's going to be that I actually learn to do the splits. Every day I get a little closer, but it's so incremental that I feel like it's going to take a long time. This is day 11. We have still got 19 more days. Which day is it going to be that I'm like super close to doing the splits? 20 seconds. This is so deep. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, how much time do we have, Bo? 9%? We can do this. Okay, we're going to do our 6th stretch, which is our 11-day stretch. And today, we just get to touch our toes with one leg bent in. So at least reset this timer and hit start. This stretch is familiar to me, so I like it. I can put my head straight to my feet, which is good. And I notice that I'm only able to do that after doing the split stretches, because before it would take me a long time to get down here. But the stretches that Cassey outlined are really good. I've learned so much about stretching and physical exercise and just everything in like the last 31 days. I've just learned so much. I need to make a video of like everything I've learned in 1 month of exercising. And this is from like me being very athletic. I ran track and field, I did wrestling, I did drill team, I would run PT with my JROTC team. What else did I do? I did some stuff I failed at. Like, I failed at softball, I failed at basketball, I failed at joining the step team and our school's dance team and cheerleading. If that counts as being athletic, yeah. There's the teams I was on and the teams I failed at getting on, but still trained for. Oh, boy. This leg right here is just so much tighter. Slowly stretching those hamstrings. One day I'm going to do splits. That's all I can imagine, is that one day I'm going to do the splits, keep holding the pose, and one day you'll do those splits. What's the time I say? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. center. The center is definitely the worst, and then second worst in my right leg. And my left leg, you're holding it down. We're gonna do this. By day 30, splits. Thank you so much for working out with me and for listening to my stories about food and all sorts of other randomness. I will see you tomorrow morning.